Hello and welcome back. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you a night in my car. Now I'm going to be completely honest, it's not actually my first, but I haven't filmed any of the other ones, but they've all been minced. I'm going to share a few things in this video about what I've learned on the way, what I've adapted, what I've changed. Not a huge amount of time has changed since the last video that I did, but I want to show you guys the full kind of thing. Also tonight I am arriving quite late and I've literally got nothing set up, so I'm going to try and do it all without getting out of my car too much, just to avoid disturbing anyone, making it too obvious. It is extremely foggy though. I don't know, I'm not going to be able to turn the camera around, but it is extremely foggy, so I'm going to focus on getting there and then I'll restart this when we get there. So we have arrived. There seems to be one camper van just there, and then I'm going to assume that that big white van is a camper van because it's got a step outside. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks quite quiet. Good to know that there's a couple of other people here, so I'm going to jump in the back and get things start to set up, because I've literally got it in travel mode, so this is going to be interesting to move my phone around. I usually get out and move around and do it all that way. Got my keys. Always keep your keys on you. Keep yourself safe. So I can deadlock it as soon as I get back in again, basically. I have literally parked in the muddiest bit ever. That is grim. I don't think you're going to be able to see this at all, but that is absolutely grim. Wait, I'll show you in the morning how muddy that is, but that is awful. This is apparently where I've parked. Not ideal, but lovely view off the hills. You guys up there, so I'm currently sat in backseat POV. So I'm going to move all this stuff off here. Keys, lock it, and then there is no light. Now, I do usually use other lights to try and make sure that batteries don't go flat and stuff like that. For tonight, I really need to empty. Stay hydrated, guys. Got some plastic bottles. Excuse my French. What the hell? Right, that's that. I should have also put this seat forwards a bit. Right. And I've just realised I'm going to have to do the passenger seat from here as well. So this should be interesting. I'm going to take my shoes off because they are very, very muddy. A bit grim, to be perfectly honest. And then fold this seat forward if I can. And then once I've folded this seat forward, I should then be able to access everything that is in the boot. I promise you, it is usually a lot easier than this. But purely off the fact that I have not done anything. Why is that so muddy outside? Before. This is the process that I'm going to have to go through, so. Big one more little one to go. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't actually know where the little one's gone, so I'm not going to put up my curtain. So one of the things that I need to do, which looks worse than what it is right now, you'll see once the foam's in, but this could do with being almost attached up there somehow. I really got round to doing it properly, and that hook also needs touching back on properly, because right now it's not very attached. So a couple of little things there that need to be done, but you'll see what I mean by, I don't know if that's better or not, we'll see. Right, so back windows. Back windows sorted, so that is going to swing this round for you guys. So you got that one, curtains up there, and to be fair that's not too bad because you do have the two sun visor things there. You can probably see me right now, and then back window is fully covered. Someone get me a camera that's got a stand. God, it's warm in here now. It's the beauty of it though. As I'm doing all this moving about, it's actually heating me up. So by the time I get into bed, I'm boiling. So the reason why I said the curtain's not actually that bad is because when you've got that on there, like that, you can almost pull it up through the curtain. Now obviously, currently, I've got it attached to the handle because that one's come loose in the heat or something like that, or moisture or something like that. So it's probably stuck down now, but it's a bit flappy. So I've got it attached to the handle instead. So that'd usually be the same as this side. To be fair, this cord probably needs tightening a bit, potentially. That's probably where it's going wrong at the moment. But it's not actually too bad, because by the time we've got wherever my pillow is, in the back somewhere, I hope I haven't forgotten that. But by the time I've got that, actually it's not too bad. My pillow is in here somewhere. In saying that, I think I might have forgot my pillow. But it's alright, because we're on quite an incline. Either that, or I put it underneath there. Either way, I think I'll be alright. See, apart from the whole pillow situation, if I wake up in the morning and that pillow is underneath my bed, I think I might be slightly disappointed in myself. But currently, everything else is set up. So I've got my cooking stuff all underneath the bed currently. Sleeping bag, I'm gonna, oh shit. God, you're really not very stable, are you? Sleeping bag, I'm gonna get out now. Little light I've got. I might just grab my phone out the front as well, because that is quite on show at the moment. Keys I always try and keep in one of the doors next to me, or on one of these top counters, so I can reach for them easily. And I can get through to the front if needs be. To be honest, where I'm camping tonight, probably won't need to. Pretty comfortable in this spot, if you can't already tell. Not that I've camped here before, to be fair, so it's first for myself, but I know the reviews on Park4Night and stuff like that are pretty good on here. If you don't know what that is, if you are ever looking for anywhere to camp and you don't really know where to camp, perhaps you're in an unfamiliar area, or you're just looking for somewhere new potentially, I guess, always have a look on Park4Night, because it's pretty good, showing new spots and stuff like that. Just gauge it off how you feel though, because I've been to some, or been recommended some, and then I've got there and it's been beware of thieves and shit like that. The one place I went to, I wasn't too happy, but then I ended up just finding a service station instead, which are recommended. So there's always a second option if needs be. I've never had any major issues with it, to be fair, so you should be a-okay. Just kind of base it off how you feel as well as what it says, just so you've got a secondary opinion from yourself, if you like. It's quite late, so I'm going to dive into bed, and then I will show you everything properly in the morning, and I'll let you know whether I find my pillow or not, because I'm convinced I packed it, but currently it's not looking like that's the case. So good night, over and out. If you do like car camping content and general adventures and stuff like that, this is just my documentary of my life and what I get up to, and all the fun stuff that's not business and work related, essentially. Some of it's a bit weird, some of it's a bit manic, but if you like a bit of spontaneous stuff, then you're definitely in the right place. So hit the like button, subscribe, and I shall see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. Hope you are well and successful night's sleep. Got my little setup currently. Let me flip this around. Currently in my sleeping bag. Gonna get up, make some breakfast. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the weather is okay. I haven't heard any rain this morning, so that is a good thing. And the camera won't flit around, this is great. So I'm gonna get up, have some breakfast, show you how I set that up and how I get rid of all of this. Didn't find my sleeping bag, didn't find my pillow, which was a shame. But apart from that, everything else has worked quite well, and it was quite quiet. There wasn't much movement. I haven't heard much this morning either, so let's get up and start the day. If I really wanted to, I could try and cook here, which I've never actually done before. Is that going to be a really stupid idea, though, is the question? Or could it be a really good idea? I don't particularly know right now. Fuck it. I might just give it a go. If everything sets on fire in here, because it is cold outside. It's not windy. I don't think it's wet either, but it is cold. And I've never tried cooking inside. So perhaps I'll give it a go to see if that is actually doable as well. Because right now, I'll show you what I'm looking at. So obviously I've put the bed back to the back. So that literally just stack both boards there, underneath there. You can see them, both boards there. And then one foam, two foam. And then that slides back there. So it allows you to then get to all your storage space, which is underneath there. I might take down the curtain, being as it is now daytime, and then I should be able to. I was going to show you the view, but number one, the exposure's not getting that, but it is also very, very misty. So you can tell it's cold outside due to mist. Let's get cooking. So I've got my eggs, and I've got my gas stove. So at this point I was deciding between putting my cooker in the box to try and, I don't know, create some kind of heat protection, or using the table. Ended up going with the table in the end. Okay, I've opened the window and I don't think you can really see that, to be fair, but there's a fly net on there, but it looks really see-through, but it's actually quite dark, so that's quite weird. Right, let's give it a go now, see if this works now that we've got a little bit more and we're cooking. Right, let's just hope I don't die now, because that would not be a great start or good end to the video. So we've got a nice simple breakfast this morning. We've literally just got 4 eggs, nice and simple, good little omelette for us to start the day. Right, I'm going to pause this because I'm aware that I haven't got a huge amount of, battery, or I need to turn the ignition off. So I haven't got a huge amount of battery or camera space. So pause this and then I will show you once these lovely eggs are all done. But it's getting a bit damp above there, but I actually don't think this is horrendous. And if I could somehow create some kind of steam thing over the top of there, I reckon it'd actually be all right. Perhaps I could create a tarpaulin or something that goes from one handle to the next, just to, because I'm aware and I've heard a lot from other people that they've had it where the ceiling starts to go on their cars and stuff because of it, which I obviously don't want happening, so I'll have to look into that, but it's not horrendous. Cool, so breakfast is now almost done, as you can see. Nothing's set on fire. I'm aware of the headlining, but it should be fine. It's only really a one-off, and then what I'll do afterwards, or maybe when I get back home, to be fair, I'll show you how I would set this same table up here on the back, because that's where I usually cook. So I usually do cook outside, I don't cook inside, but I just thought, why not give it a go, see if I can set up a little setup. So in desperate need, this is what I would do, but usually it'd be out the boot in the back essentially, and then it's obviously standing and cooking using the same little setup, but just attaching it in a different way essentially. So I'm going to, I think that is done. So I'm going to crack on, get that eaten, and then basically just close down the setup a little bit more. I'll probably take all the foils down, put them all in the boot again, and I'll update you guys when I get back home. I just thought I'd show you guys as well. I haven't brought a plate today, so I'm just eating out the pan like that. But what I would usually do is grab this little table thing, which has been an absolute godsend. And there's a couple of ways that you can attach it. So basically zips up, it's a laptop case that zips up and comes out as a table. You've probably seen them on, if you've ever looked for one, you'll have seen them on Amazon and eBay and stuff like that. But that just goes literally around your headrest, and it creates, and it makes a little platform for you to sit, and that for you to sit. So I can sit, eat, do my work, whatever I need to do here. Or alternatively, it has a bit on the back. Close. It has that bit on the back. So that basically hooks. Imagine your steering wheel like that. Your steering wheel will go in there, and then it would sit and basically do the same thing like that. So definitely, if you're in a car, especially if you're on your own, even if you're not on your own, to be fair, it just gives you multiple service options. And then it just allows you to have a little work desk, because otherwise it's just balancing everything on your lap, which can be a little bit tricky. Or here it just be twisting to the side, so it is a little bit awkward. But if you've got that, it's ideal because you can just have it there in front of you, do your work, eat your food off it for the 10 quid or whatever. And there's storage inside it as well, which is ace. So pens, notebooks, anything, to be fair, you can store inside there. If you're bringing a laptop, you can store your laptop in there as well. It's not like it's excess room or extra space. And then it just allows you to have that extra flexibility there as well. Cool, so I just thought I'd show you how I do this table thing, how I attach this table thing. So this here basically hooks through there, and then that bit there goes through that hole there. I'm going to attach it onto that bracket there, and also that bracket there. So I'll try and show you as I'm going along, but that's how it goes, but you'll understand once I've done it. So basically that there hooks underneath. Going on here now. So you've got that bit there, which is hooked underneath the boot lock, if you like. So you can tighten up that side as need be on there. Generally, I don't tend to do that side much. This is where the real adjustment is, because I can tighten that up. So if I lift that up like that so it's flat, and then I tighten that, it will then bring the table also be more flat like that, and then it just sits like that. So it's a very simple design. Hooks open. Obviously it's not ideal when it's raining because I've got a little bit of cover but nothing major. But you can then just use that workspace to cook as a table. If you had a chair, you could probably sit at it as well. It's ideal, and it just packs away, and it's literally just one board. There's no massive pieces of wood, 2 bars, one board. Nice little cut out design around there, nice and simple. And then I'd usually just store that, that's in the way right now, but I'd usually just store that tight up against there. So if I have my fridge and my battery in here, there's still space. It doesn't affect my bed, it doesn't affect my storage down there. Nice and simple. Cool, so I'm just literally packing everything up now. I reckon I could actually spend a week in here if I needed to. If I brought the right foods and stuff, I probably need a battery pack, the right foods, and I'd be good. The other thing that if I was gonna go a week away in here, which you might not need, for a week I'll probably be alright if it was like a holiday. But if I was planning on spending a bit more time in here, I'd probably invest in a Wi-Fi thing. I've seen that what they called now, Starlink, are pretty good from what I can guess. So I probably wouldn't need a massive one, but just one that's better than my 4G, mainly if I've got my laptop with me. 4G's fine on my phone, but also if I've got my laptop, it will just allow me to use that a little bit more, which would make a big difference, to be fair, for me and my work. So I think I'm going to wrap the video up here. Everything is closed down now. These are really good, by the way. I don't know if I had these when I did the initial thing, but they are ace. I put them on these windows if I'm parking anywhere that's a little bit inconspicuous. Sometimes I do, even because obviously I've got, that one needs to come out as well. Because I've got these inserts, if you like, for the back windows. That is kind of my cover and my protection, but for the front windows I don't really have anything. So sometimes if I'm like, I feel a little bit exposed, or if I want a window open, I'll put these on the front window, and then it gives me more cover. So it is literally then just the little gap that runs down there, which my blind's obviously covering. So I think I'm going to wrap up the video here. Hopefully you've enjoyed the first night away in a car, and maybe hopefully it's inspired you to just go away and do something. There's lovely spots all over the UK that you can go to. I'm probably going to be going to a few more in this, maybe in camper vans and stuff like that as well, because my mate's got a camper van conversion, which I'll be posting on a different channel because it's his camper van, but I have recorded it all, so that will be going up as well. A little bit different, there's bunk beds, which isn't very common in something that's sort of like transporter size. I won't give away what it is, but it's sort of transporter size, low roof. So a little bit of a tease there as well. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed. As always, comment below anywhere you'd like to see me try this out. I think next time I end up going to a city for work or something, I'll do one of them, because it is a little bit different to how I'd set it up here. Usually I'd set up before I get there, and it would literally be like a multi-story car park, which sounds a little bit odd. Sometimes I've done it in multi-story, sometimes I've just done it on the Park for Night app, if there is anywhere around. But I find if you're in London centre, it's multi-story. But it's honestly not been a problem. As long as you find a 24/7 car park, you just pay your parking fee, and that's literally it. How legal it is, I'm not really sure. But if anyone asks, I was tired, so I needed a rest. And that is a good enough excuse for me. So hopefully if you have enjoyed, please do subscribe. Comment below where you'd like to see me go, or what you'd like to see different, or just share what perhaps you've given, or give it a go yourselves. Like, honestly, it's not that hard to set up. It won't cost an arm and a leg either. It's not like you're buying a whole camper van or anything like that. If you've literally got any car that is probably bigger than a Fiat 500, you would probably be all right. Anything that's got flat folding seats, this is literally ideal. You can camp in it. It's not hard. It's not the end of the world. Get yourself some cheap foam from somewhere, or just like a sofa bed. The full tutorial I can link below as well if needs be. But literally get that foam, get a couple of pieces of ply, gas stove, sleeping bag. That's literally all you need. You don't need anything else, and it just gives you so much flexibility to go more places, convert your car, give it a go, and see how you get on. And then if you need a shower, gym membership, open water, best way to do it. So yeah, thank you very much, and I shall see you all very, very soon.